Guys, Katie from Wojo Homestead here. So one of the things that I had wanted to do this year was some maple sugaring. Now it has been 4 years since we last tried this. This will be our attempt number 2 with maple sugaring. I'll be happy even if we just get a little bit, a gallon or a little more would be good. We're trying out some new techniques this year to try to minimize the smoke, but we're excited to get started. Let me take you out back and we will get it set up. Okay guys, so I just want to show you our maple sap collection tubing now that it's all set up. Now we have quite a bit of adjusting to do to this, but I just want to show you what we have going on here. We've got 10 trees tapped starting back there. See how it's kind of going up and down and up and down and up and down. That's kind of putting a lot of I don't know what you call it, back pressure resistance on the line here. I've got the collection container. This is a new rubber trash barrel. It is not, I'm sorry, plastic trash barrel. That is not food grade. However, this liner here is. So we've got that covered and we've got the end line just kind of running in. Now I took baling twine and secured some of these just to kind of help it with the downward direction. We did not install these the right way. So it is collecting. There's probably 6 inches or so of sap there, and it is running out the end here. So that's good to see. So I do have some more tubing on order. We're gonna probably end up tapping a couple of trees in a group here, maybe some others back this way. We've got quite a few maples that are tappable. These are mostly silver maple. I banked up some snow. Our snow is about half gone here, so we're gonna have to shovel some more on here, or maybe put some gallon jugs that are frozen with ice. We could do that. We have a chest freezer. We could freeze some of those and add those into the sap reservoir there. That'll help keep it cool until we're ready to boil down. So while we work the kinks out on that, I'm gonna tap a few of the big maple trees in the yard using the old-fashioned bucket drip method. And I've got my drill with a 5/16 inch bit on it, my mallet, a couple of food grade buckets from a local bakery. These used to have pie filling or something in them. They have been washed and sanitized. They have lids. Not quite sure how everything's going to fit together quite yet. And then I also have my taps. These are made for holding a hanging bucket. Okay, let's get to work. So I'm going to be tapping this big old silver maple that we have in the yard here. And I'm going to tap the southwestern face of the tree. It gets the most sun. I'm going to go approximately waist high on myself, and I'm going to drill in at a slight increasing angle like that. That way that will help the sap flow out once we put the tap in it. Okay, so as you can see, we do have some sap flowing out of it already. You want to have the Daytime temperatures above freezing, mid to upper 30s at a minimum, and the nighttime temperatures in the 20s still, which is perfect right now. Wasn't quite positioning the camera just right. And to be honest, guys, I have never used one of these before. We've always just kind of had them around. So that is a good flow though. Very good. Okay, anyone who lives on a farm knows that the world gets held together with baling twine. So what I've ended up doing here is just basically creating a handle out of baling twine for this bucket. Okay, now this will be a good experiment because this tree trunk is not in the sun at all. We've got an evergreen right here. So it'll be a good test to the theory of they flow better in the sun. This is a very, very, very large tree. It's about the same size as the one I just tapped, if not bigger. So they should be flowing about the same if all things were equal. They're both fairly healthy, just old. So I'm going to tap this one here, give it a try. We'll see how it works. Alright, so that was really bad. The bit actually came off inside the tree because I didn't have this seated properly, so don't do that. I was able to back it out by pushing up against it really hard, but don't do that. Be careful. And Eric would be very angry if he saw that. I want to show you here. We've got pretty good flow coming out of there. Alright, so I'm going to put this bit in. Off my game today, guys. It's a bit crooked, but we do have a nice flow through that tap. So I'm gonna hook up this bucket here. I just made a quick handle on these food grade buckets out of simple baling twine. Now, this just proves the point that this doesn't have to be expensive. Nothing does. It's a bucket with a string and a tap from the store. Yeah, I've seen people not even use taps. They just use like a little hose extender or something, drill themselves a hole, pop that in there. Sap comes out just the same way. This is just handy. It has the bucket hook. I don't really even have this seated very well. Definitely not professional. As you can see, I struggle to even use a basic drill today. That's how much of an off day I'm having, but the point is we've still got sap collecting. Now this tap definitely is running slower than the other one. So I don't know, maybe it's sunlight, maybe it was me botching the drilling process, I don't know, but this tree is huge, so one messed up tap like that won't hurt it. Now, we'll go check the other tap real quick. see how that one's doing. Oh yeah, that one's flowing good. So far, yeah, we've got probably about half a cup or so. That's pretty good for just being drilled a few minutes ago. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, so we're done, almost done setting up the maple syrup evaporator oven, I guess you could call it. It's just stuff that we've had laying around in a pile back there. So we didn't buy anything. We did buy the fire brick, but we bought it for another reason. But we're using it because we have it, so take a look at what's going on. Okay, so what we did is we stacked up some cinder blocks that we had laying around. They're all dirty because we had to dig them out of the frozen ground. We cleaned the ground off down to the bare dirt. There's lots of clay under there, so it should hold heat pretty well. We've lined the inside with fire brick. They're just kind of resting on top there. Now we have a hole back here, and that is the start of our chimney. So you should be able to see all the way down to the bottom there, and that draft will go up like that, up through these cinder blocks. It'd be better to have a stovepipe, but we don't have a stovepipe, and I don't want to go buy a stovepipe. We're doing this on the cheap. So that's what we have going on. Can you put the pan there just to show them? So we have 3 pans. I guess we'll use one as a warming pan. So we've got these buffet chafing dish pans. They're stainless steel. I did buy these, but we're going to use these year after year. So there's room for 2 of them, plus a little extra. So we'll light a fire in here and see how it goes. Okay, so here we have our test run. We just have the pans full of water right now. This fire was just started. We just kind of got it going. And this pan has only been on just a couple of minutes here, and it's already starting to evaporate. I mostly just wanted to see where the smoke was going to go. We do have some smoke escaping where it shouldn't be, but a lot of it's going up this chimney here. It's hard to tell because of the steam, but so far so good. We wanted to mostly just warm up the cinder blocks, dry everything off, make sure we're functioning as we should be. So yay, we should be good to go for our first boil. We'll tweak a few things here and there, but I'm happy with it.